Happening now, George Floyd's brother is in Vermont, downtown Burlington to be exact. Floyd is just about to speak at the Flynn Center. That's where we find Local 22's Courtney Kramer tonight. She joins us live after speaking with him just a few hours ago. Courtney?
Lauren, Floyd tells me after his brother's death, he could have easily crawled under a rock to grieve and stayed there. Instead, he says he's come out fighting because he has a message to spread with the world about unity. Tonight here at the Flynn, he'll talk about the impact George Floyd's death has had on race relations.
Some days you wake up and you just wonder, like, hey, is this world gonna understand? Because after losing George, you didn't think the way we lost George, we would still be having these problems.
Nearly a year and a half after George Floyd died at the hands of police, Floyd's brother Philonis is sharing his story in hopes of inspiring change around the nation.
If you show people change, they will believe change. And a place like Vermont is perfect for it because the percentage of black people living here is so low.
Friday night, Floyd headlines a panel of diversity speakers at the Flynn Theater and will take questions from Vermont middle and high school students. He also spent time with Mayor Moreau Weinberger discussing race challenges in the Green Mountain State. The Greater Burlington Multicultural Resource Center invited Philonis to Vermont.
Adding a voice from the national conversation, George Floyd was significant in moving the dial ahead, or so we think, in the discussion around race relations.
Floyd's death sparked nationwide protests after former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin kneeled on his neck for more than 9 minutes in May 2020. Chauvin was found guilty on all counts earlier this spring.
I have to relive it every day, and I have to think about my brother. That was a modern day lynching, and I would never be able to get my brother back again.
Mr. Floyd says this isn't just about George's legacy, but also expanding action on mental health and police reform.
The fact that you all invited me here, it shows me that you all want change and you all believe in change and you're keeping hope alive, because once you give up hope, everything else is deceased after that.
And Lauren, this comes one day after a handful of jurors who sat on that trial spoke out for the first time, detailing what they call a life-altering experience, delivering that guilty verdict to Derek Chauvin. As for Floyd, he says he'll continue to spread that message of hope and unity. Reporting live tonight from downtown Burlington, Courtney Kramer, Local 22 News.
Courtney, thank you. Well, we have